Hello and welcome to Impact. A new report about school breakfast consumption in Allegheny County shows more students eating breakfast, but a wide variation occurs within certain districts. The comprehensive report highlights how school policy changes can help fight childhood hunger and increase the number of breakfasts served at school. Patrick Dowd is the Executive Director with the Allies for Children. Karen Dreyer is the Food Security Partnership Director with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Thank you both for coming on today.
Thank you, Jonas.
What prompted this report and who's it for, Patrick?
So I think when we looked at around the county, we saw that there were some important policy changes that had impacted the way that schools are serving children breakfast, and that it was having a positive impact, and together we wanted to look at that and make sure that we provided that information to school districts and to the broader public.
How did the collaboration with the food bank come about?
We both care deeply about children, and we want to see children have all the supports that they need to be successful. And knowing that so many children in our region are hungry, and that school breakfast is an important way for them to get a nutritious meal, it made perfect sense for us to partner together in this report.
What are the takeaways from this report?
So a couple things. First, we're seeing that, as I mentioned, there are these policy changes that are having a positive impact on the way that schools are serving children. And so we're seeing some changes that affect positively the way kids are getting access to breakfast. We're seeing school districts that have implemented the community eligibility program, which means that they're basically making it possible for all children in a school to access school breakfast. And there are alternative methods of distributing food, like breakfast on the go and the second round breakfast, that make it possible for kids to access quality food.
Karen, how can something as simple as giving breakfast to a child improve their whole situation?
We want kids to be as successful as they can be, and to be able to focus in school on their learning and to be able to behave well. It's important that they have the nutrition that they need. Their bodies are small and they need the nutrients and the vitamins to grow healthy, and so school breakfast is one way that they get what they need so that they can focus, do well in school, and go on to be successful citizens.
What are the successful schools doing differently?
There are a variety of options. Some schools do breakfast in the classroom, and that's a way that all children can have a meal as part of the start of the school day. Some schools do breakfast after the bell, where if the school starts very early, the kids can get a meal later, can get a meal maybe after the first or second period. And one of the most important ways is the community eligibility provision, where schools with high numbers of kids from low-income families can have it so that all children eat breakfast together.
We have less than a minute left. What do you tell critics that say feeding children is a parent's job, not the school's?
Well, listen, if you look at the workplace and you look at the way that we organize our lives every day, food's an important part of how we operate. We need food in order to be successful in anything that we're going to do. So that it doesn't just apply to schools, that applies across any group. And I'd say also in the classroom, when we think about getting kids to school, think about how fast-paced life is these days. Getting kids to school and making sure that they have that access is really, really important for everybody.
Excellent. Let's put some information on the board so the folks can get a hold of you. Allies for Children in Pittsburgh, 412-586-0880, or alliedforchildren.org.
That's correct.
Thanks for coming on.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jonas.
That's Impact for this week. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.